Hello and welcome back to EPIC44. We had some minor technical issues, but we are now back in the lobby. You did not hear our wonderful cast of the previous game, or at least for some of it. But
you did not, but you did watch what was an
yeah.
absolutely brilliant game by Mr. Yasha FIGARO, who's taken the 1-0 lead against Geralt. Geralt's first map loss of the tournament. First map loss of Epic Land. Did he drop a map last Epic Land?
He did. He dropped one to Larimbo.
Ah, you're right. He did. All right, well, we have a series. It's 1-0 to Yasha. It's the best of 5.
Well, we might not have a series because it might be
3-0 to Yasha.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. Listen, you can't. They're both ready. Yeah. Okay.
And we're getting into game number 2 on Ultra Love.
Yes.
Pretty big map. That's about game privacy.
I know. Ooh. It's being streamed, there's no game privacy, but
there's no privacy here.
There's a poor standard from myself there.
What do you think of this map? It's pretty standard as well, it feels like.
Yeah, like I was saying this, I don't know if it was yourself I said it to, but it was like the last map pool had all special gimmicky maps, and it was very annoying, and then this map pool only has like very standardy maps.
I think Eldorado and Neon Violet Square are a bit gimmicky.
But Neon Violet Square isn't in the map pool, what are you talking about? It's a terrible map, it's not in the map pool, you know that?
Vetoed it.
I ain't playing that. Alright, let's do that. Alright, and now Geralt needs to pause.
Oh, we are absolutely cooking today.
Cooking with gas. But at least this time people can actually hear us. And hopefully that's the way. Okay, perfect. Okay. Go. Alright, I think, see, I didn't make us a referee. I can't do the 3, 2, 1 unpause thing, especially not on my own keyboard.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do it quickly anyway. If I was at home, maybe. Okay, so spawning in the bottom left. Here's the current champion who down 1-0. It is Geralt.
And in the northeast, in the red trunks, playing Zerg for TSI. He's up 1-0. It's FIGARO.
Yeah, love to see it.
And so in this last game that we just watched, FIGARO played very well.
He did
very well. However.
Ooh, that's a sinister. Sinister, I love that.
He did kind of have the dream start.
Yes,
he got a kill on Gerald's third base.
Yes,
he
and
then got a cancel on it.
Yeah, it's true.
Which, is part of the plan. He made more lings to try and get that to happen. But he should never, ever get a kill there. Gerald also lost an Oracle early on. So it was a very poor early game by Gerald, and I don't think we're going to see that happen again.
Yeah, that's the thing, but that might be a bit of a confidence booster.
Oh, for sure.
All right, he's not untouchable.
Yeah.
This man bleeds like the rest of us. And we're going to see. Yeah, it's in the right position, lovely. And so but fairly standard PVZ on the way. This is a slightly fast pool, but like only 10 seconds fast. I didn't actually pay attention to the opening. And now he's going to start filling up gas. Nothing to worry about, nothing to change the build about. Geralt walks halfway out onto the map and then comes back. I guess that's just looking for a 12 pool.
I think it was a normal time pool, actually. Just hatch gas pool. Or hatch pool gas.
Oh, maybe. It's cheaper now. I don't know. It's nothing to be alarmed about. But Geralt only scouts as far as a 12 pool timing and then comes home. That is dedication to the thing. And now, we dropped the Stargate. I love it. You love to see it. You do see a few lings on the map coming across. They are just
got to hide this ling, these 2 lings, let the Adept go out and then come on in and get the scout on the Stargate. Or that's the plan at least. And this Adept is going to move across the map.
Boom. And again, FIGARO knows the timing of this, so immediately.
Okay, so I saw Optimist talking about this earlier. He was like, oh wow, some of these Protoss don't chrono boost their second Adept.
Oh yeah.
But then 2 lings run in. But as we can see here, he chrono boosted his second Adept, and 2 lings still run in.
That's true. So, but I'm telling you, the pool was fast. The pool normally finishes at 2 minutes.
100%.
It finished at 1:46. That's like 14 seconds quicker.
No.
And what is a chrono boost? About 10 seconds on an Adept.
No. The lings came out
at 2:20
to the front of the natural when the cycle finishes, which is like completely normal.
I don't know. But I find it interesting. Hey, shout out to Roscoe in the chat here, bigging up the respects for the Scottish national pride there, rooting for his boy FIGARO.
FIGARO's part Scottish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how many parts Scott is.
I don't know. 3 parts, 4 parts, 5
possibly.
parts, you know?
But I assume he's not lying about it, you know.
It would be a weird thing to lie about.
It would be a weird thing to lie about. So, yeah. Who was the... Oh, it was Johnny Rico back in the day.
Yeah,
Was the other
that's
Scottish
an old
player.
name right there.
Yeah, Johnny Rico. It's a great name. Okay. Oh, we have the...
That's cute.
Yeah, we have clearing up. Oh, yeah, get it. I love it.
Oh, nice.
I love it when you get it and it's building the new one. Yeah, that's the good stuff. He didn't actually go in and scout anything, though. So, I mean, again, it's unlikely it's a fast layer or anything like that.
+1 melee. I wonder if Guy is going to hammer down the Ling button just a bit. He does have quite a lot of Lings.
He has a handful of Lings. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, 12 Lings already on the map, another pair coming out, but then mostly drones. I think that
He's going to the wrong third base, perhaps, here, though.
Yeah.
No, go back.
Finally, this
what
overlord
is at this third base? I assume. Step Stalker, I'm stuck. Oh, no. I think it's stuck, at least. Your depths are going to go down here, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this is actually big. And even the one walking in,
another one.
not going to be enough.
Just going to die as well. Gets a bit awkwardly stuck between the gas there. And the pylon's going to fall as well.
There you go. I'd say it forces the Oracle back, but... Oh, I didn't even think they were going to get the pylon, but they did. Okay, committed to the pylon and got it.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's nice,
It's
nothing
not
crazy.
It's not a kill on the third and then a cancel. Yeah.
Not
like last game, you know.
4 gates on the way, blink as well. I wonder if we're going to see any blink pressure from Jericho.
Do you know what? Here's the annoying thing about this, and I'm sure you've felt this before as well, is that because the pylon near the third goes down, you end up building these gates in the main rather than around your third base. Like sometimes it's nice to, like, even if you wall off this area or do something just to give yourself more surface area, or give the Zerg a choke to run into. And now he doesn't have that. So a very minor detail. Again,
Oracle doing overtime on the creep denial.
Yeah, and the creep is denied very well.
Yeah,
like this is a very classic thing. We do have some Lings. Yeah, he's not going to switch it on for that. Oh, he is going to switch it on for that. Or did he leave it on? He might have left it on.
I just can't imagine having the time to micro this.
Yeah,
6 minutes into the game, I don't know.
Feels like there's a lot going on. I think it's hard when you're like then trying to hit like a thing. This forge feels a little bit late. Normally you go like, if you go like only 1 or 2 oracles, you go like Twilight Council Forge, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I don't know.
You're right. Is there a robo?
There is, I believe.
No, he
there's
didn't.
not.
So yeah, he went for 4 gates really early instead of the robo, then Twilight Council, then Forge.
Yeah, I see.
Which is going to allow him to be pretty safe, have plenty of stalkers if any pressure does come.
And
which I think makes a lot of sense. We've seen FIGARO pressure. Oh, and here come a
bunch of +1 Lings getting on top of the Stalkers, but these Stalkers are not stuck, Step Bro.
They are not.
They know what they're doing. However, Lings running into the main.
Oh, hello.
A huge moment here. Causes a lot of chaos. And again, these are +1 Lings, so they will shred through Stalkers and probes, even faster than usual.
However, that's
Geralt's
a good probe, Michael. Wow.
Yeah, Geralt taking the initiative
and going on
the map, though.
FIGARO wants. So is it a +1 Lings putting in work?
They
and
are
some more Lings from the bottom. And suddenly it's the Stalkers on the run.
Oh my god, so many getting caught out there. Stalkers are so expensive compared to Lings in this stage of the game. Now, there is like a momentum with this. Like once you get enough Stalkers, it becomes really hard to fight, especially with the Oracles in the sky. But I don't know if we're there yet.
It's got a lot of Stalkers.
Only 5 Stalkers have gone down, actually.
It looked a lot worse than it was.
Hold up. Only 5 Stalkers went down. We now have Roaches. Pressure on the 4th. I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
There's a lot of Roaches coming forward, but I'm not sure it's enough to fight the Stalker army. The Stalkers are going to bring back a couple Stalkers picked off.
Charge nearly done as well, but there aren't really any Zealots in this army. A Baneling Nest halfway done. Yeah, I wonder what he was... maybe he's running like a Roach Ravager Bane sort of defensive comp up to Ultras. I like that style of Zerg. I thought that was pretty solid. But that was a few patches ago, and again, this is just so many Stalkers at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think FIGARO can take this fight. I'm really surprised he's taking the fight out here. Some more reinforcements coming in. The Ravagers will help out a little bit. But Geralt with a scary force here. And behind this, Geralt's 18 workers up.
Yeah, that is actually huge, and a very important thing to point out here, that whilst we can keep doing this all day, Geralt will have more money at the end of that.
Okay, but the Stalkers on the run here again, and a few are going to go down. This is a nice fight for FIGARO.
Yeah, I just feel like, okay, 15 Stalkers now is a big difference. Yeah, but for how many Lings? We now see Banelings, so yeah, we are in that Roach Ravager Bane kind of comp. Again, nice blink, solid getting on.
We've got to keep in mind, Geralt took his 4th base really early in this
That
game.
is
He's
so
been
true.
solidly mining off 4 bases for a couple minutes now.
Yeah, I feel like there's this time where Protosses play like Zergs. They take a fast 4th and then build an ineffective army that trades inefficiently, but then like they're just ahead because they've got so much money. Also, no Baneling speed yet. Still got like another 30 seconds on that.
Ooh.
Does do a recall, which is a little interesting because it got a run by into the natural.
Very nice by FIGARO.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Again, really keeping him on his toes here, and again now engaging in the middle of the map. Geralt having to keep real busy.
Oh,
now
the
he can't
Baneling's
micro
getting
this.
good hits.
And actually, suddenly a huge momentum. We do have a Zealot run by on the other base, so we've got action all over the map going on. This Ling run by still hasn't been cleared up. Now going into the 4th, and actually only
Dark Templar.
DTs. Oh, DTs.
There's no
so
detection.
Good. Yeah.
And FIGARO perhaps got a little carried away here with this attack.
Perhaps.
Some good fights in the middle.
Base going down, and now these Zealots are actually moving on. And this another
yeah.
base is also undefended. He needs to get his main army back here.
Yeah,
But his main army is
FIGARO's
being chased down by
in a lot of
DTs.
trouble here.
Very hectic set of movements there. And now we're stuck on 4 hatcheries, only 57
must have an
drones.
overseer somewhere, surely.
We have this another big fight going on in the middle. Overseers are now with this, but they're not going to be able to help the 4th base, which is now about to die. And then we're going to be
lost the 4th.
Yeah, a 3-base Zerg on 60 drones versus a 4-base Protoss. However, he does get more Lings running into the main here, and a Roach, the Roach that wants to be.
The little Roach that could.
And it seems like this game is kind of almost, it's very hard pace for both players to keep up with. You can see that they're like both making kind of more micro mistakes than they usually would. He's going to hit down the towers. Don't think that really does anything.
Oh.
But now the Dark Templar, they still haven't been dealt with. These two are MVP Dark Templars.
2 Dark Templar
Okay.
causing havoc. No recall. So
Oh yeah, it's on cooldown. Yeah. But I had to do what he can. Again, the creep spread has been so denied this whole game. And now we do have another Zealot run by on the bottom side, but the base isn't even there.
That's a good sign for Gerald when he sends those Zealots in and sees that FIGARO is still on 3 bases. He knows this game is very much in his favour.
Oh, the Biles getting the Oracle is always a
Zealots
nice...
at the 3rd. FIGARO did split off his army, but not enough, and that's not enough Roaches to kill all of those Zealots.
That is not. And that, yeah, it's going to be the GG.
And it's 1-1. A much more solid game by Gerald. We did see some nice moves from FIGARO. The Ling run by is definitely helpful, but Gerald played that quite greedy, and he got away with it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, got that 4th base down early.
Yep.
Got it saturated, and then every time it looked like FIGARO was making the moves, like Gerald just doesn't fall apart. He just holds it together, and he's feeling great. Now I have to remember that I have to make the lobbies. So, King's Cross. Wait,
King's Cross.
What's the map called again?
King's Cove.
King's Cove. King's Cross is close.
Good map for Protoss, this one.
Yep.
When I was featuring with AC earlier, AC turns to Risky and goes, what map do I veto? Risky was, it was Protoss, King's Cove.
Yeah. I think it's a big map. If you're willing to play it out, if you're willing to not veto it, it's because you're confident in your late game ability.
Yeah, it's very easy to stay alive on the 3 bases as Protoss on this map. You've got ramps to your natural and main that are very force field or stormable.
Yeah.
And wall offable.
And we're just waiting for both players to be ready. Geralt is ready, but FIGARO has not changed race, and
I don't think he's going to play Terran.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play Terran. That would be a bold move on this map as well. Okay, he has done it, and he said go. We're going to go into map number 3.
A lot less off racing at this tournament without Ibu and
Yeah, without Ibu here. Yeah. Ibu's a boy. He can do it. Yeah.
It's Ibu's birthday today, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Or it was yesterday.
What? Oh, yeah.
I think it's today.
Yeah, because
shout out to him.
Because
happy birthday.
I guess we met him last. Was it this time a year ago when Wolverhampton plan was?
I didn't go to that one. So
oh, did you not go to that one? Oh.
I don't think so.
That was the first one that. That was the first one that Ibu was at, and it was his birthday it was his birthday right around then, and I was like, it was when you then said it's. I was like, what are you talking about? It was his birthday just the other lap. Oh, like a year ago. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Maybe Ibu's birthday is every LAN. Who knows?
There's a few players here. There's a few people I know whose birthdays fall right on land. It's brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky lads.
Lucky lads. All right, we do have quite a fast Protoss scout here. Again, probably just going to be for that block because Pylon is at home. But hang on, we can hope up. Oh, what if it's a proxy 4 gate?
It's not.
It's not proxy. Oh, yeah, let me sort the things out.
So the probe does get here in time. This time FIGARO not taking the early hatch. Perhaps thinking he can get away with it because Geralt didn't go for the probe block on map number 2.
Maybe, yeah. And I don't know if it makes as big a difference on this map because both your, like, this is the third you're going to take all the time anyway. And it's got a ramp to it. Like, yeah, that thing. Maybe he's going to plan to go sort of a Glaive Adept sort of thing, though. That's a very popular...
Yeah, we could see that happen. To be honest, with how last game went with the Blink Stalkers, I wouldn't be surprised if he just opts for a very similar build. It felt like quite a solid build where you're going to be safe. You got up 6 gates really quite quickly. You delayed your Forge, you delayed your Robo, but
yeah, no, it worked out, didn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder... FIGARO is very good at picking up on things like that, though. Like, and I'm sure he's very familiar with the meta and how it can, like, switch around like that. So he might actually have, like, ideas of how to deal with that. So he's like, okay, if you're just going to do the same thing again, he knows how to adjust his plan to do it. And again, yeah, see, this time the pool isn't finishing until like 150, or yeah, basically just under 2 minutes. And that's a normal pool time, I'm telling you. But he's not making lings anyway.
The lings come out at the same time.
Bro, don't. You can make the lings sooner. Okay. Well, we don't have much else going on. Now the Cybercore is finishing up. That's when we get to see the tech in the main. And it's going to be a Stargate
I'm
here.
going to guess it's a Stargate, because it's always a Stargate.
Boom!
Wow.
Incredible.
Talented.
He also didn't start Wargate right away, so...
I mean, it really feels like almost every PvZ game nowadays is Stargate open.
I mean, yeah. I feel like, because, again, Super Battery being nerfed... was... Super Battery was not the most reliable way to defend when you were open Twilight Council, but it did help if you opened Twilight Council and they did some kind of all-in. That was like your lifeline. And now it's a case of if you open up Twilight Council and they do an all-in, and Zergs will tell you, oh, but we don't have any all-ins. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
That's
you
propaganda.
Know that's propaganda.
Cabal propaganda. So base goes down, FIGARO. Geralt just sends that probe back in and cheekily scouts it.
Yeah, check neither wasn't going to cancel it or something. Who knows why Zerg would ever do that, but, you know. You can never be too sure. You have the Overlord. The Overlords I've noticed in these games have been surviving a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's like Geralt doesn't prioritize like killing.
Yeah,
them.
we see he's opening with Oracles, and I don't think he's built a Phoenix or a Void Ray either game, has he?
Yeah, but even just like going, okay, well I've got a Stalker and an Oracle, I can spot the high ground and do it. And he's not interested in doing that.
Whoa! Wow, that's very cute.
Very cute, but I don't know if I like it. Because if you get all the links...
And now he can't build the third base anyway.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That maybe wasn't Gerald's most thought-out maneuver.
I'm sure it's great if you have the Nexus down when the stasis goes off.
Yeah, it's a very good idea in theory, but he's misplaced it a bit.
And the problem is that this Adept is still going to die.
And they're forcing the Oracle to stay at home.
Oh, the links went around in a weird way.
Yeah. Oh, gets the probe. The probe coming in there.
Oh, clutch micro. Oh, clutch it again!
That would have been incredible if he got that pile.
That would have been sick, yeah. But it is what it is. And he had a second probe out here, so it wasn't too big an issue. Hope moment, though. Twilight Council on the way. So again, we'll probably see Blink. And then was it like 4 gateways before? No, okay, no. This game he goes for the Forge.
Yeah, this is a more standard Twilight Forge. So it's not going to be that 6-gate Blink that we saw in last game. And
I love it. That FIGARO is actually coming in and going, hang on, what are you actually doing? Meanwhile, the 2 Oracles
go across the map. The Spore Crawler's late.
Oh, 4, 5. Count them out with me. Count them out with me.
Needs to be careful with this Oracle here. Needs to be careful.
Good control. He's fine.
5 drones going down, and that's a real big shame for FIGARO, because he was in a good position in this game, and it's just, my Spore Crawler's 5 seconds late, and now I've lost 5 drones, you know? It feels like a very avoidable error. This Stalker is
there we go.
staring that Overlord down.
That is I'm so glad I got that.
Oh, supply box FIGARO as well.
That doesn't feel good.
Not ideal at all.
Yeah, 4th base, but again, there's a lot of room on this map for this to go long. So
that's an early 4th from FIGARO, isn't it?
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's nearly done already. What work account is he on? Yeah, only 57. Sometimes I feel like I look at the worker graph after one of my games, and it's like, oh yeah, 5 minutes, the Zerg's on 70 workers.
Yeah,
I'm like, get out of here.
It must be nice.
It must be nice.
Hydra Dane going down +1 melee and 20 lings.
Interesting that he's rushing Hydras, but still going for the +1 melee.
Interesting move out, by the way. There's no way Geralt's going to get this base, surely, right?
Shouldn't do it. It's quite early because Blink isn't done yet. That's like normally this hits like 6:30 with +1 and Blink, and a few more stalkers. But yeah,
he's here. Careful, good transfuse on the Queen.
Oh,
there.
he let the
Adept shade in.
That's cute. I like that. Though he needs to focus on both
he's
sides.
Not focusing fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, the Adepts go down and don't really get anything done. That's nice for FIGARO.
Yeah, he didn't spend all of his energy on these, but these are still not super high, and there's only 2. Sometimes, well, I've done this with 3, and then you hit like around now, and you have like 3 high energy oracles. You can put stasis traps down.
Yep. Much better start to this game for FIGARO than the last one. In the last one we saw he was behind on workers at this time, but he's where he should be right now.
Yeah, but Geralt is in not a bad position either with the 4th base on the way. And at a healthy work count, 66 is fine, though he's probably going to go up to 75 himself at least.
Nice and early Storm here as well. Charge is a little late, but with that Storm finishing up, Geralt should be okay against what is quite a lot of Hydras that FIGARO's just made.
Yeah, well the thing is that I don't know if, I mean hitting a pre-Storm timing with Lurkers I think is definitely possible and strong, but I think it's quite committed from the Zerg.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to see FIGARO make that kind of commitment, especially since he's already on like such a healthy work account. I feel like he would have already been making a bunch. Oh, nice! These oracles being very active, able to get another thing.
Scout the Lurker Den. That's a nice scout.
Oh, hang on.
Cheeky.
Oh,
needs to be careful with the oracle there. Just gets out 15 HP, 2 shots away from death.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 4 or 5 drones stasis there. We do have a fight going on in the middle of the map as the Stalkers have stepped onto Creep to fight Hydras. And now the Lings come out, +1 Lings as well, so they do really rip through the Stalkers.
All the Stalkers going down, the Archon going to fall as well, and what a fight this was for FIGARO.
This was incredible.
He cleans up Geralt's army.
Yeah, look at that, 11 Hydras, but for 11 Stalkers. And Stalkers
and an Archon.
And an Archon, actually, yeah, very big. And also, again, that kind of ruins any momentum for Geralt being out on the map, right? Like, I think as Geralt here, you maybe even just take a 5th and you like hold down with Storm.
I think because Geralt scouted the Lurker Den, he knows that FIGARO is going to go up to Hive quickly and he wants to be a bit aggressive here. That's why he's kind of posturing with his army. And there you see a Fleet Beacon and a Stargate go down.
Tech.
And yeah, he's going home now. Realised he's not going to be able to kill FIGARO.
Yeah, I think you can just send some Zealots around the map, do some sort of very, very light poking with that. Keep the Zerg honest, you know, you don't want to let them take this base for free, or certainly not more bases than that. And again, FIGARO very active with Lings, had decent vision on the map up until that point. Creep spread is a bit further out this game, but again, it's been stunted just because of how aggressive that thing is.
FIGARO's got a lot of minerals in the bank, by the way. I wonder what he's going to spend this on.
Yeah, well, the Hive isn't done yet, so I imagine he's going to get the Lurker upgrade. Oh, these Zealots get spared, maybe. Yeah, they do.
It's also going to be instantly supply blocked if he does spend his money. 10 Lurkers, there it is.
Alrighty then.
And Adrenal Gland starts up.
Yeah.
And Seismic Spines, and this is a nice pick off on the 5th base of Geralt. Forces cancel.
Adrenal Gland.
Let's be careful with those Stalkers.
Yeah, very bold. But again, FIGARO respects it a lot.
Yeah, I think he saw the stasis wall going down behind the Stalkers.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah.
That's not something that
we do have a cheeky little Zealot run by going up to the top. We'll keep an eye on that. However, we do have this little small engagement first. The Lings are not going to be able to do much. Just a few getting shaved off. But the Lurkers are sitting pretty in the center of the map. Now, are they going to do the thing where they walk down and get behind the Stalkers? Morphing 3 more, they're going to get caught. Big blink on top of it, I don't blame it. Yeah, go for it.
But it's putting these Stalkers out of position. In come the Lurkers in the middle of the map here. The Templar are all alone. What on earth is Geralt doing out there with 4 high energy Templar?
And now he gets seated up into a very nice position. Only the cannons do the thing. These High Templar don't have Storm yet. Now he upgrades them to get the Storm. The Zealot run by comes in here as well, though. So now both players are here. The Stalkers come round to the back of the side and is able to clear things up.
Oh, what a moment for Geralt. He loses a few High Templar, but gets a clear up there. And the Zealot run by is getting a very good trade. They will now fall.
Yeah, again, it's just incredible like how It looks like when players get as good as Geralt, it's like everything they touch just turns to gold. Like, how did that engagement? He got like so many lurkers like into such a like annoying position here.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't enough, and he also defended the Zealot by while that was happening. Incredible stuff.
Spire is now finished for FIGARO. He doesn't really have the resources to make corruptors anymore. 8 more lurkers on the way.
Yeah, 10 of the 11 lurkers went down before, so yeah, that's quite a few. Now getting the spine crawlers up, you do need this late game PvZ. You really do need the spine crawler wall, because Zealots are very good and very annoying at dealing with.
Geralt starts up his 6th base. FIGARO on 6 bases currently, and 97 probes for Mr. Geralt. That's a lot.
I actually think that's too many,
building
right?
one as well. Yeah, I think it probably is. I think it's more excusable on this map because it is very easy to drop 6 or 7 bases.
Yeah. Because he's not even mining off this base yet. Okay, Lings are going to come in here, but this isn't even the base he cares about, mate. It is not even...
And here we see why this map is so nice for Protoss. He doesn't have to worry about Lings getting into his natural or his main or his 3rd or his 4th. Like, only the 5th, 6th and 7th are on the extremities.
Exactly, yeah, he's building out. Now, again, kind of a nice position, but the Geralt's army is starting to get more and more sophisticated with these Tempest and Mothership.
I don't think it's a fight. FIGARO wants to be targeting down some Templar, and he does get 5 of them.
Yeah. And always the no detection.
Wow, gets a 6th one as well. Yeah, and he actually got some very decent shots off with the lurkers there, in what could have been an absolutely horrific fight.
Yeah, and again, as we can see, the resources favor is in favor of Protoss, which is kind of what you would expect.
102 workers, by the way.
But 102 workers, yeah, that is not what I'd expect.
It does feel a bit too much. His army is just going to be significantly smaller than FIGARO's once FIGARO maxes out here.
You don't want to be these Lings.
You don't.
So maybe.
Or do you?
I was saying maybe. Again, we have a lot of Lings creeping around the left side of the map.
Yeah, I think FIGARO may be keen to take advantage of all that stack defense he just killed at that 6th base.
And now we have... This is a modest amount of corruptors for it. This isn't like, I think, the amount that you go with. But he's going to poke maybe just to get the Lings in around one side. Oh, it could be dangerous, but nah.
He's charging up an acoustic spray there.
Yeah, but now we have... Yeah, but guess what? All the static defense, it's back!
This is just so rough. How do you attack here as there's just side defense everywhere. Man, this is a scary army. These corruptors need to be careful.
Yeah, walks in, walks back. That's the way they do it. But again, Geralt is just slowly controlling the map. Now the Lings are going to commit.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
But yes.
Really nice by Geralt.
You remember the other game where I said the storms weren't necessary? Well, that time they were, and they worked. So, you know.
I think FIGARO has to sit back here. I just don't see him getting much damage done. He's going forward with this force. Geralt just so well prepared everywhere. Templars, cannons, batteries everywhere.
Yeah, you love to see it. Well, not if you're a Zerg player, I suppose. Again, I think, a lot of static defense in these kind of later game situations is actually really big, because it forces the Zerg to have to go a more gate crash kind of comp, like an Ultra Cavern or even Banelings, which is not necessarily what they want to have as part of their army, especially when you have a Skytoss sort of army.
Not to deter from the action at all, but I did just read Pigeon Wrench in Twitch chat. I'm big for Fig. His words. I'm not going to comment on that. I just thought it was important for you all to know.
Don't we all get big for Fig sometimes, you know?
FIGARO taking his 8th base to the north here. And Gerald really building up a massive bank now. Yeah. It's hard to see how FIGARO is going to get back into this game and back level with a bank the size of Gerald.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately it's going to have to be played slow. And I think he does need the Ultras as well as Vipers.
Yep.
And then he can kind of start contesting with this army. Also, there aren't actually carriers in this. I don't know how much of a impact that plays, because could Hydras here actually work? No, I don't think Hydras here could work. All right, no. We do have the Overlord drop vein.
Oh, no,
not like this. Not like this.
He's all of them. That's so unlucky.
That's
just
really
extremely unfortunate timing. There's only Lings inside these, so it does look bad. It's not that bad. He loses that.
Yeah, he is trying to poke it on another side here, but
these battery cannon walls of Gerald with a Templar behind are just
Do you know what? This is good.
So strong.
It's good versus Terran as well. I like doing this versus Terran. Because if they run a small amount of units in, the cannon and battery deal with it, but if they run a large one in, you storm it. That's a great way.
These 3 Stalkers going to go down, just being sacrificed by Geralt. He doesn't need Stalkers anymore.
Oh, one tried to run for the border, but didn't.
We do see a Viper on the way for FIGARO, and it feels like so definitely has a chance in ultra late game like this, where they can get Vipers and maybe a wall of Spore Crawlers out.
I think you need a Spore Forest as well.
But it's going to be very rough against someone with the control of Geralt. You know, he's not going to have his army out of position. You might be able to pick off the occasional Tempest or something. It's going to be very difficult to take a really good fight, which is what FIGARO needs.
Yeah, Mothership and the healthy amount of Tempest. As you can see, he's not actually building any more Tempests. Well, I suppose because he's maxed out as well.
Yeah.
But this is like, it's a balanced army, right? There's not a ton of Tempests. There's enough to snipe Broodlords and Lurkers. Yeah. But not that much more overkill. Yeah. And then you've got like the random Immortal and Archon sort of like force underneath it. We do have a Zealot Rumble trying to make something happen here, but that does get cut off.
Yeah, it seems to be a very nice army composition for Geralt.
Yeah.
He's pretty much taken his side of the map now, the south side. FIGARO expanding to that northeast, which should be pretty safe for him to expand to. It's far away from FIGARO.
Yeah, and
from Geralt, excuse me.
And if we look at this, the fact that it's been twice as cost effective for Protoss means that if this goes into a split map scenario, he will eventually lose. He needs to steal one of the Protoss bases. Probably this base here is what he wants to get focused on.
Yeah, I think that is...
Like, if you're going to win the late game, yeah, that's what you got to do.
The issue is how on earth do you defend that base at 3 o'clock and this base at 9 o'clock? They're so far away. Just need to be careful. One goes down.
Oh, looks like, yeah, units kind of getting awkwardly rallied there as the Tempest.
Oh, Viper gets feedback.
Was that the only one? Yes, it was.
One Viper, that's pretty criminal in my opinion at this point in the game.
Criminal. And you can't even abduct the Mothership anymore, so why even have one? You
Corrupt to Hydra Lurker is not going to cut it here. You need the Spellcasters as a...
Yeah. Infestation Pit? Sorry, Infestors maybe? Nah.
Maybe. Microbial Shroud isn't that bad with Hydras, but there's not enough Hydras really to take on the air
And also,
army.
that's like more versus like a carrier thing, right?
Exactly,
where it's like the DPS of the Tempest. If we had a pure Hydra army and we get rid of the High Templars, we're actually in a good spot. Yeah.
But how do you ever touch those High Templars of Geralt? He's going to keep them
I'm telling you,
very safe.
Hydra, Ultra. Oh my god. Wise man, James Wise man, if you're watching, is your time. Hydra, Ultra, Viper.
No, I actually think you're right. Ultras will be really good here.
I think that is actually
one Immortal.
The thing to do. With one Immortal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is only one Immortal. Yeah. Yeah, we are now getting really into the lockdown, and I do wonder if we will see a Spore Forest get planted soon. I think it's the right terminology, planted.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is campaign mission level.
Yeah, this is Sim City.
Actually, I want to see some stuff here, you know? Like, this feels a bit too bad.
Makes a battery forest.
The super zoom out.
More Stargates on the way, air armor shields, level 3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, you should have up to like 6 Stargates at this point, right?
Yeah, why not?
More,
He's actually only on 2.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay,
wow,
these lings have been...
trying to take the space. I think I can't let that happen.
He can't let it happen, but can he stop it? Also a thing. I feel like, the creep spread has slowly been getting out here, but now, once again, gets to knife.
He's going to push in on the west side here for FIGARO.
Yeah, he is, but again, it's like this. The cannon battery just slow him down.
It's just such artificial damage, right? Like he's killing some cannons and batteries, but Geralt has 15,000 minerals in the bank. Like, it doesn't matter if he uses 1,000 minerals worth of stack defense. You can just instantly rebuild it. We could be in for a very, very long game here, by the way.
Yeah,
if FIGARO doesn't get impatient and just tries to absolutely send it, this could genuinely go on for a long time. Because
let me tell you, right, Geralt has the fear in his heart that whenever he attacks, he's going to lose. So he is going to do a thing. I wonder if, oh my god, I should ask Geralt if he knows what a Chelt recall is.
A Chelt recall?
Do you know what a Chelt recall is?
I don't think so.
Chelt might get mad about me for bringing this up again, but, well, I've already mentioned it. So Chelt had this thing where he was like, he was in a late game position on a big map like this, and he was winning, but you know, it's sometimes hard to tell how hard he was winning. Sure. And then he takes a fight, and there's like, and then he sees like, you know, like three 3 Hydras come out of nowhere, right, to the side, and he just instant recalls everything. And he was like 100 supply up.
That's hilarious.
And it was like it's the Chelsea recall. Though he will claim, and I'm sure there have been then we memed on him for it for a bit. And then he claims that, but it's better to be safe. And it is.
Mm.
And Geralt is a very safe player. He likes to spoon these kind of situations out. Once again, a bunch of static defense going over here. Oh, this is optimistic. This Zerg.
I was so confused as to what I was looking at there, but yeah, that's FIGARO trying to build a hatchery there.
Yeah,
he's going to run in.
Yeah, no, that ain't.
To a very sad state of affairs.
And the thing is, you see that, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's too late. I can't deny this now.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you see a PF, when Terran's got a PF up, you're like, oh, okay, well. Now I've got to commit a whole thing to deal with this.
Feels like the last few minutes has just been Geralt in control, picking off the odd lurker or corruptor here and there, and there's not really been much FIGARO can do about it.
Yeah. Even the Time Warp going off, yeah. Does that affect air units?
It affects everything, yeah.
It does, okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. I never use it.
I think so.
But yeah, we're now starting to really just shave off. Like I say, there have been 9 corruptors that have gone down, but yeah, there hasn't really been a big moment where the corruptors dive on anything. It's just that 9 have died through, being shaved off.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the next X amount of time, FIGARO just gets impatient here and takes a really poor fight. Because it does kind of feel like he's struggling to get any pickoffs with his Viper, struggling to find any rogue air unit by itself.
Yeah, exactly. Geralt is just very in control of this position. He feels very comfortable here, or at the very least, like, knows what he is doing. Even if he doesn't like it, I'm not sure he likes these positions, but he's not going to throw it. Oh, and look, we have Geralt being the Zerg. He's like, oh, finally, I've got a base on your side of the map. I need a mine from it.
Yeah, that's really nice by Geralt. Getting as many minerals as he can from this base is
but you're right.
Lovely for him.
I wonder if the situation for FIGARO is here, you do something like, you make like 100 spores, or maybe not 100, you make like 20, 30, 40 spores, you resupply with that, and then you go with the maxed out thing, but this might be it.
Surely not a fight for him. The cannons do get
damage.
Yeah,
damage,
so many lurkers taking damage, and they can't really get kills on anything meaningful here.
Yeah, we do have 3-3, so the upgrades are getting better. What are the air weapons here? Does he not? Oh yeah, he only has +2 air carapace. He should really start +3 on that.
Yeah. I just think we need to see a bit more spice in FIGARO's army. We need to see Vipers. We need to see maybe Ultralisks.
Grey Aspire on the way before an Ultralisk Galvin, actually. I don't know.
Broodlords are surely not the answer when
there's so many Tempests.
But you should still get this Great Aspire,
Yeah,
you pick off all the Tempests, suddenly Broodlords become best unit in the world.
True.
It's definitely not an unreasonable idea.
Again, I like the idea of, like, you make as many spores as you can afford, and then while still being able to max out on that supply, and then you just go for it. And you kind of go for a Fist of Neeb kind of sort of thing, or the reverse Fist of Neeb. I don't know what you call it. Okay, well, this might be the big committed engagement. The Protoss was kind of far forward, but again,
very nice storms.
Just retreating with storms. And, if you want to wait this out as Zerg, technically you heal all that, but he's going to get all the energy back quicker.
Did FIGARO kill a single unit in that?
I'm not sure.
I'm not convinced.
Oh,
he did, to be honest.
25,000 to 11,000 minerals. And again, Geralt is just mining more. Like, Geralt has now assimilated this base.
It's looking a bit like the free-for-all we had yesterday.
I missed the free-for-all.
You missed it?
Yeah, did you win that?
I did win it.
Oh, you love to hear it. Was it the King of the Hill one? Where you have to get
no, it was on Dystopian Complex, like the map with like 50 bases or something. It's absurdly big. It was fun.
Yeah, we didn't end up playing Avalon because of that.
Was that a plan?
Yeah, I
never heard about this plan.
Oh, well, we sent some people down to get you guys, and then I think the free-for-all was already happening.
Oh, I see. So well, there's always next time.
There's always
tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
These lurkers once again move forward with ambitious hope.
Trading incredibly with the cannons.
Yeah, this is rough.
It is.
Tempest can just sit over these cannon battery forests.
Yeah, and there's not much to do here other than just zoom out and watch
We still
the
haven't really
fireworks.
seen a Viper spell cast this whole game, and I'm not really
to be
sure
fair,
how Figaro's plan to win without it.
But and also the times that there have been, it's been feedbacked immediately. But there isn't one on the field now,
Yeah.
so... Yeah.
I actually think there's a 0% chance Figaro can win the game without spellcasters. So.
Yeah.
It's just Corruptors.
He might get the sickest Corruptors around.
Corruptors.
Yeah, I suppose he's got to know how bad the economic situation is as well. Because my understanding is that he can count.
He's a good little mathematician,
yeah,
this Yasha boy.
So he knows like how bad it is. Oh yeah,
he's just sending it.
I think
this is a lot of Corruptors. He's going to be able to get the mothership. And that's it. At what cost? Was that
I mean, there was only a handful there. Before there had been, how many? Where's the Corruptors? 20. So yeah, in the last...
recall.
Oh, yeah, recall over to this side. Because again, yeah, Protoss has got that mobility in this situation, right? Like, you can do that.
The issue for Figaro right now is he needs to trade about 3 times as efficiently as the Protoss. So for every mothership he kills, he needs to lose no more than 1 Corruptor, which is...
Yeah, that's a hard...
Which is quite a difficult ask.
Yeah, I don't know what we feel here. I think you just need Ultras to clear the ground, and then you run over it with the Corruptors. Easy for me to say that, I know. But okay, finally we have the Lurkers getting to a nice position here. They might actually be able to deny mining on this base, but again, the entire Protoss army is here. If he runs the High Templar forward, they might get spiked, but they don't. Again, very nice control, running in and out right at the right time. And just doesn't really lose much. And again, it's odd that you see a player make Lurkers look like weak, you know?
Yeah. Okay, in come the Corruptors here, and there's a lot of Corruptors. They get on top of the Tempests. All the Tempests are going to fall here, but is it a worthwhile trade? I think so. This was a really good trade for Figaro.
He kind of needs it, but he kind of needs more. Yeah, wants to keep as many of these alive as possible. Now
actually, a big mistake by Geralt here is that he only has 4 Stargates.
Yes, I would say, I think he should have at least 6.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely no reason for him to not have way more than 4.
A metric... I love it! After this, you go back into ground as Protoss. I agree! I've been telling Protoss this for years. Just go into ground, just have like 20 gateways and build a bunch of gateway units.
Yeah.
And just run around. Okay, now we're starting to see some action come out on the thing, because whilst this is all happening, we are clearing up the Lurkers on the left-hand side, though. Clearing up with great difficulty.
Clunky Archons. Zealots are going to get cleaned up here in the end by the Hydras, which I'm sure will all turn into Lurkers, and there it is.
Yeah,
16 at once.
Okay, well, actually, Geralt is like, no, actually, my original plan was good. Exo, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm making 3 more Tempests. Not even making any Immortals or anything. He's like, no, I know what army comp I want. It's Tempests and Archons.
And if we look at the bank, after all of this, it's still completely in favour of Geralt.
I'm known as a Protoss. Oh, hang on, we have a little thing going on here and a little thing on the right, but...
Takes out the base, nicely done.
I'm known as a Protoss to have a bit of a gas bank.
Right.
I've never had 18,000.
Yeah, this is absolutely obscene bank. And I think the gas bank is way more important than mineral bank at the moment. The gas is what's going to allow Figaro and Geralt to build these big important units. And as we can see, it's 19,000 to 2,000. It's going to be very tough for Figaro to equalize that.
Yeah, so Figaro's maxed and has, like, say, a reasonable bank, but he can make maybe one more half-decent army. Like, if they were to trade now, you know, he would struggle to remax on a quality army. But, you know, at least he'd have something there. Geralt can do it 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah. This game does have an air of inevitability about it. And hey, I just saw Figaro use
the dash. Yeah, Hydra dash coming in. He's hitting the critical spot now of this base. That doesn't matter very much.
Yeah, it's really weird because this base literally doesn't matter. The game doesn't change 1 iota if that Nexus falls or not. So Figaro needs to somehow get on the production of Geralt. It's very tough to do here.
I don't know how you do it. Nidus worm play or something. Try and get him everywhere.
Okay, well, it's going to go for it. Where is the army of Geralt?
Yeah, it's just sitting up here.
Just chilling.
Because he big chilling. He's like, all right, what are you going to do? Walk up and kill all my production. Actually, that would really be a problem. Yeah, no, Geralt, you got to get back and defend this.
He can recall if he needs to. I think recall's off cooldown now.
We can double check.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, mass recall. Yeah.
But hey, if the Corruptors take out all the air units, like we saw earlier, is there a chance? He
Maybe.
couldn't. Could he?
I've lost in situations where I've been winning against Zerg, and then they just they get into this position, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly it gets very awkward. But actually, I don't know. Okay, again, there is the top base is still being contested as well, right?
So Zella's getting distracted and won't take the base out.
Yeah, won't take the base out. Meanwhile, the lurkers up here aren't getting distracted, and they are taking out the production.
His Tempest getting some pot shots off. Needs to be careful. Oh, good storms go down.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Zoning storms so important for preventing those Corruptors just getting on top.
We have one random cannon in the back still doing work. Beyond its original purpose, you love to see it. Oracle being targeted, doesn't get it.
That was a mistake by FIGARO. They're only going with half his Corruptors. Needs to be really careful.
Yeah, and now so many getting picked
a lot
off.
of Corruptors here.
The Tempest being such an efficient unit here.
Main base is getting cleared out slowly but surely here by the Lurkers and Lings of FIGARO.
Yeah. And here's the thing, in the production tab, we're not having a series of buildings being rebuilt.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that he's
I
not building 10 gateways and 5-star
gates. Yeah, that is
a
critical thing he needs to do. Like, I think, well, maybe he can just win with this army, but...
Yeah, he's going to kill all these Lurkers.
Absolutely should. And in these situations, it's often, you have to find the place to build the thing, and that's actually the difficulty. Especially when you put cannons everywhere all over the map. But yeah,
FIGARO out of gas now. He does have the base to the northeast, but apart from that, there's not much gas left to be mined on FIGARO's side of the map.
Oh, and now he's diving on. He's desperate. He needs to get on and kill this mothership. He's running on top with everything. The lurkers come forward and then back. Now they're going down. The mothership is about to die, but storms, reinforcing storms come in, and I just don't think it's quite enough to kill the mothership. Or the ground.
It's so funny because FIGARO will open the replay for a split second and see, oh, he has 25,000 minerals and 20,000 gas. I had no chance in the last 15 minutes of this game.
That is actually the most tilting feeling.
Yeah.
I have rage sometimes. I was like, well, at least it was a close game, and then
especially because FIGARO took a decent fight.
Yeah,
like 5 minutes ago or something. And he was probably thinking, I'm still behind, but you know, I have a chance here. And he's like, no, FIGARO.
18,000
did not have a chance.
18,000 unspent average resource.
Rough.
Incredible.
Very rough indeed. So it's 2-1 to Geralt now. That was a long game. It's been a long series, really, hasn't it?
Yeah. Now it's King Code, so Leyline and then Amygdala.
I don't like this map as Protoss. I think the third base is pretty awkward to take.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the triangle third is probably better than the lateral third, but...
Oh, I'm actually struggling to remember which one
Geralt
this
does.
until I see it.
And then I'm sure I'll know the answer.
Yeah. Then
I'll just see what Geralt takes. Seems good. Geralt is ready. We're in the lobby of Leylines for map number 4.
Man is like cool as a cucumber. Like how long was that last game? Long game, and he's just like, yeah, ready.
Seasoned professional.
Professional.
He's had games like that.
Yeah, like
thousands of times in tournaments.
He's like, I got a best of 7 to win later as well. Like, you know, I'm gonna do it all those games as well. All right, I haven't seen FIGARO say ready. FIGARO, you know, maybe mentally recruiting, trying to figure out. Okay, now he's saying go. I might just check a race.
He does need to pick a Zerg.
Yeah. Oh my God, where's the lobby chat? We'll just make sure he's done that before.
There it is.
Okay.
No build order.
No matches.
No. It will be forgotten.
No build order. Oh, wow. Alrighty, we are loading up into the 4th map. Yeah, it's 2-1, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
4th map. It's going to be Leylines. Could be a critical moment. Now, I suppose the real thing is do you, as FIGARO there, just try and play your normal game now? Or do you go, okay, I need to do something different? Because, you know, he did good game 1, but games 2 and 3 now, like, it feels kind of like the pressure's feeling on, you know?
Yeah, I've definitely seen FIGARO German Taxi before.
Yeah.
He's very capable of doing some pretty potent all-ins, a Hydra all-in as well.
Yeah.
Will it work against the Blinkstalkers of Geralt though? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It is pretty difficult, but one thing's for sure, he can't get in the same position as last game. He can't get to ultra late game where he's behind. He's not going to be able to overturn that.
I wonder if, again, maybe there's just not been that much prep work or sort of like time to be able to put into it. But I feel like if you know you're going to end up playing one really bad map because you know it is just how the vetoes lie, then I don't know. Do something crazy like a Nidus sort of all in or something like that. Maybe you want to test Geralt. Maybe you want to say, okay, Geralt, will you actually try and play this late game, or are you going to lose patience and try and kill me because, you know, whatever reason? But Geralt showed he has got the patience and he will just sit it out.
Do you have confirmation, by the way, in the lower bracket? Zane takes out Optimus C 2-1.
Nice.
Raza takes out AC 2-0.
Oh, so we've got the second brother.
Zane versus Raza in the lower semi-final. The winner of that will play the loser of this in the next match on stream for a spot in the final.
Yeah. The tournament is really getting into its later stages now as we...
and seeds 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the top 4.
Well, it's almost like...
It's rigged, I think. It's what that means.
It's almost like whoever did the seeding.
In fact, the seeding was actually perfect.
Oh, I know.
Because me and Wimbleman, who were 7 and 8, came 7th and 8th, and AC and Optimus, who were 5 and 6, came 5 and 6.
You know what?
What did you seed?
I did seed. The only thing is, I actually think I put Windmill Man above you.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a mare there, but you know we all make mistakes, so it's okay.
We all make mistakes. It is true. It is true.
Adept on the way, no warp gates.
But yeah,
gonna be a Stargate.
Whoop. That is the way it goes. The first very predictable 2.5 minutes of PBZ. Oh, as we chill into the...
This probe, so determined to see the third.
Oh!
Won't be able to sneak back in to deny it any longer.
I wanted him to go in and check the gases, you know.
It's
so disrespectful, but you got to do it sometimes. Alrighty then. Do we expect anything different other than an Oracle? I suppose not. I'd be surprised.
It'll be an Oracle. I am interested to see if he goes Twilight Forge or if he goes for that 6 gate
again. Yeah. I like the 6 gate thing.
Oh,
that looks
cool.
pretty good. I might nick that whenever I next play Starcraft, which I don't know when it'll be.
Small amount of links once again from Figaro moving out here. It's not going to be enough to cancel the third at all, but he might be looking to pick off the probe. He loves trying to pick off this probe.
Yeah, both the Adepts are here. Does that mean there's nothing in the wall? Oh, there is. No, he built 3 Adepts
And he does get the probe very nicely done.
Yes, very nice.
It is quite frankly disgusting how many third base probes have died in this tournament to the links of Zerg. It feels like it's happened almost every PVZ, mine included. It's so frustrating.
Oh wow, this Oracle actually getting... So switching the beam on... Yeah, switching the beam on to chase lings normally isn't very efficient.
That was very efficient.
But yeah, he got most of them for that.
Although he has kept the beam on.
All part of the plan.
Smart individual. Oh, these drones in danger. 3, 4 go down.
Oh wow, that's so many more than you'd expect.
Going to get 5th as well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not like this. Oh no, cancel.
Well.
And it stays alive. God
this
damn.
This is going to be very tough for Figaro to get back into.
When you use 100% of your Oracle's potential, you know? That's outrageous. And just to confirm, how much was that? 5 drones for 1 probe?
Yeah.
He got the Spore as well, he killed that. And he got the Lings. Oracle, come on home. You're getting a knighthood, mate, you are.
And it is going to be the 6 gate blink. 4 gates on the way.
Yeah, yeah. Get to the 4 gates there. Which means he'll be throwing down a forge fairly soon, but it's not down yet. And he'll get a 4th base. I love that. Love that. These are actually Adepts coming through.
Yeah,
and again, what's he got? Only 8 lings out.
Not many at all.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just going to pick off some creep.
And yeah, Figaro actually probably thanking his stars that, you know, Geralt was playing a little bit more conservative now. If he was shoving these into the natural,
then
I think, oh, okay, well, here comes the shove. But yeah, the Lings are popped now, yeah. And he cancels. And there are a few queens as well. This is not a wall here, apparently. Yeah. Oh, everything bumping on each other.
I feel like FIGARO needs to do something a bit radical here. Maybe a Spire or a Nidus. Just something to...
Yeah, well, he's actually not on a super high drone count. 62 is reasonable, but maybe the layer is now done, so we're about to see any Machiavellian plans that are coming into fruition will
doesn't really have the gas for anything too crazy.
Yeah, that's
here,
true.
It seems. It's just going to be
+1 melee this time, yeah, and roach
+1 range, yeah.
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah, range, where every other game has been melee. So
yeah, true. That's an interesting difference. I don't think it's going to serve him well against his 6k blink.
Possibly not,
actually. His 4th base is in a lot of trouble. I think it's just going to go down, actually. Ling's coming in. These 4 adepts so useful now.
Yeah, especially since they still have the threat to shade.
Oh, 2 roaches popping there is really unfortunate.
And again, when you watch Geralt play, it's like he has all the time in the world versus Zerg. It's just like, yeah, he's just going to sit here and do it. Oh, that looks scary for a second there. But we do have, again, only 1 Oracle, so there's really not a lot of actual much to deal with here, especially, yeah, if the Lings got wrap around. But, yeah, it's almost like, well, the control is really good. So, FIGARO knows he has to respect the control, right, and respect the macro. If there was only half as many Stalkers, or if he could trust that his opponent is going to micro them, you could just jump on them with the Lings.
Yeah.
But you can't commit here. The thing, Lings tried to do a run by, but guess what? Recall!
Had a probe at the natural wall as well, just to wall it off.
You need to have that.
Geralt is looking very, very good in this game to go into the grand final.
That's the thing. And you'll notice that the 4th base for FIGARO isn't that much ahead of the 4th base of Geralt, which is, again, very unusual. And Geralt, 73 workers. Okay, FIGARO must be doing something. Yeah, here we go, 10 Hydras, because I'd say he's not making drones.
I think FIGARO's just going to absolutely send it here.
Yeah. FIGARO, frustrated, like, say, catches this, but, like, isn't able to kill it.
Nice pick-off to take out those
More Oracles coming through. And again, Geralt also sees that units are being made constantly. There isn't a 5th base. This 4th base didn't have that much mining. I wonder if he's picking up the fact that, hey, my opponent is just making units now.
Yeah.
It can be a hard read in the game. Okay, yeah, he had a revelation on this army, so I think he knows. The Lings are being annoying, trying to depower this gate, and no, they're not going to get it. Oh, it's closer than I thought. Maybe if he did get +1 melee, maybe. And Geralt is kind of like, posing very aggressively into what is effectively an all-in. But, I mean, it looks like it's working, so I don't know, you can't really complain.
There's a lot of Hydras, a lot of Stalkers, so with the Blink controller Geralt, you expect him to take reasonable fights here.
Okay, Ling run by is the last chance, or Roach run by, sorry.
Hello. Okay, this is really interesting. The Roaches get into the natural here.
Huge, but the big warp in. Meanwhile, the fight on the front, there's like about twice as many Stalkers as there are Hydras.
And now these Roaches could be caught out of position. They're going to turn around, but not able to find any damage.
So that alleviates the pressure off of FIGARO, but now he's still got to kill his opponent. So Hydra Speed only just finished. He is controlling both of these sides very well, not losing too much. But this should bear Hydras. Now, however, the big thing is that there is no Storm out yet, right?
No.
Upgrades. Yeah, no Storm. So Hydras are actually a pretty effective unit, so long as they can fight straight up.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if he's going to be allowed to do that, especially with Adepts coming in around the bottom. Big fight on the top, but there's so many Stalkers.
There's nowhere near enough Hydras here at the same time. The Roach is going to come into the natural. But Geralt can chase down this Hydra force. And I don't think FIGARO can hold if Geralt just moves those Stalkers right across the map.
Yeah, incredible work. The Oracle's even coming home to help deal with it. These Adepts still alive, not being able to be dealt with. A lot of probes going down thanks to this attack in the main, but I don't know if that's the critical damage it needed, as he's still ahead of workers even after losing all of those probes.
Yeah, nice counter-attack, but it's just not enough at home here for Mr. FIGARO. As the Stalkers blink forward, we'll be able to pick off a bunch more Hydralists, and we are seeing the end times.
Yeah, I think we are, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this... if there's anything that he can do, but I don't think there is, as the Blink controller is just too good. Attacking into the concave of Stalkers. This is everything that FIGARO's got left. He's rallying out, nearly only at 100 supply, and that's going to be it.
Well. Geralt gets there in the end. He took the scenic route, losing that first map to FIGARO, but he wins 3-1, and that is Geralt into the grand final of FIGARO44.
He secured his seat, and you got to say, he looks confident doing it.
You got to say he's playing well.
You got to say. You can't deny the man is looking good out there.
Yes, he is. And to be expected. I mean, he is a step above the other players in this tournament. Impressive from FIGARO to take a map. And
of course.
Hopefully we see more of that in the final.
Yeah, he's saving the secret sauce, you know.
I hope so. Yeah, that's interesting actually. He didn't really do anything crazy in this game. In this series.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that in the final.
Again, when I was saying, there are these things, like I said, he knows that.
Yeah.
He's just thinking about it. All right, so you've just confirmed that the Second Brothers are playing in the lower bracket finals. They have now got to play their game out, and then after that, we'll be back and watching FIGARO versus the winner of that series. I don't know where I'm looking. Camera. And yes, so stick around, and then the stage finals is set for 9 p.m. So there will be a break between now and then, or between the next series and then.
Yep.
But the stage finals will be on at 9. I hope everyone can tune into that. And yeah, we'll be going to a break and back very shortly.